I have joining me right now Richard Amoah, security consultant on Skype to help us make sense of this. Richard, good morning.
Good morning.
I can't count how many times we've talked about security, though, but I believe that from the perspective of Nigerians and even the media, we'll have to keeping this on the front burner. Now, I know you've been following developments, but we talk about this every single day. The latest on the news has been the issue of the students from the Greenfield University, the threat that was sent out that if they were not, if the money's 100 million naira wasn't paid, I said yesterday that they were going to kill all of them, and the PTA, Nigerians, everyone were pleading for understanding and more time. We hear that one of those students have been released. I wonder what you make of this.
First of all, again, thank you for having me. It's just so sad, like we've been saying, time without number, that this issue of insecurity in Nigeria has become something that that we think we have taken for granted over the period of time. And with the situation in Kaduna, one thing that is in my mind, or that I've been saying, is the fact that if Mr. El-Rufai says that he's going to pay, he's not going to negotiate with anybody, neither is he going to pay any ransom. But you must protect your people. As much as the fact that you're not protecting your people, and those children are in the den of bandits or terrorists, whatever you call them, you as a governor, or we as people, we need to protect these people, because I must say we have fed these children. We have fed our children. I can't imagine these children coming back and tomorrow they say they want to go back to that school. So whatever it is right now, we need to negotiate. We need to get these children out. To me, as a security consultant, it's not fair that those children are being abandoned. So leaving these children to their parents to negotiate with the bandits is not fair, and it's not right for me.
All right, let's see from the perspective of the government. State government, of course, Governor Rufai and several other governors have said recently that the issue of negotiation is totally out of the question. Yeah. And as it is right now, from his own perspective, where he doesn't command or decide what security agents do when it comes to hierarchy and the authority, what can the governor do in a situation like this?
Like I said earlier, if you say you're not going to negotiate or you're not going to pay ransom, you got to protect your people.
And how is that? So, because that's a question. How will he protect the people when he doesn't command?
That's the question. Yes, that's what Mr. Lai said yesterday. Mr. Lai had come to tell Nigerians that banditry and kidnapping is not federal law, whatever he said. But the truth of the matter is that how many states command security? How many states has that security to able to protect their people as they're talking right now? If federal government is not going to take responsibility about kidnapping and banditry in Nigeria, they should now leave the security to the state to command. You see, I don't understand the way we keep talking, keep missing things up. For me yesterday, I was totally taken aback for an information minister to say that. So coming back to El-Rufai, what El-Rufai needs to do right now is to say, okay, I've give my word, I don't want to negotiate or I don't want to discuss with the bandit. But now, with the children, what do they do? These guys have killed 5 children. And they have promised and threatening that they're going to kill more. The one that was released yesterday, I'm very sure, because they were negotiating with the family one by one. Maybe those family have borrowed money or something and have released their child. So what of other parents that is listening right now that doesn't even have a dime to do that? See, so this thing is very complex. And I think, federal government should get involved in this thing. So that is my own take in all of this.
Okay, everyone is waiting for the federal government to do something decisively regarding this. So we also got the story that Boko Haram elements had infiltrated about 4 local government areas in Bauchi State. And when they take territory, we know from the reports and antecedents what they do in the territories that they occupy. Although this is not to say that they have totally taken over, but they've infiltrated about 4. I wonder how threatening this continues to be from your perspective.
Well, it's going to be threatening because of the fact that it's obvious that we have the manpower is no longer there, and the federal government themselves have thinking of asking for help. I still remember early this year, I was discussing with one of your staff a few days back that I did remember coming on live TV to say what stopped us from getting an assistance from the international community. The governor of Borno State said it. He's a professor, for crying out loud. He knows better than a lot of us. From time memorial, he was calling for, let federal government call for, if it's mercenary, if it's technical assistance or whatever it takes. So the way it is right now, the Boko Haram, they have this massive effrontery to do whatever they like in the northeast. A federal legislator from that area did said again that Boko Haram are congregating now, that government should do something. So the way it is going, it's obvious that this is out of our hands right now. So government should need to ask for help. Everybody, a lot of my colleagues who has come on TV, security consultant, everybody is calling for the assistance. So for me, I'm not going to look away and say, okay, we can't do it. We've been on this for over 10 years. So whatever it's going to take for Nigeria to come out of this mess, I think we need to do it, sir.
All right. Now, a lot of some of your colleagues, like you said, who are analysts, have also said that Nigeria actually knows what to do if they really, or if it really wants to do something, that Nigeria knows what to do. Now, the point there is the president himself has called for, has invited AFRICOM, from the reports we got, he has called for AFRICOM to be relocated to Africa and to be able to handle and take care of some of these issues. Would that really be the solution of issues?
It should. It should be one of the solutions. It should. For Mr. President to have called for it, I'm very sure he would have seen what is on ground. He would have asked for advice, and he would have heard the call of people. So I think it's going to be one of the solutions.
Yeah, but being the solution, we recall that AFRICOM, when it was initiated under former President George Bush, they decided to come to Africa, but Nigeria was kind of skeptical. So now calling them to come at this time, what has changed?
Well, what has changed is the fact that we're biting our pies now. We are seeing the fact that we cannot do this alone. Like I said, they would have been here before now to see what they can do. But hey, no time is too late. The way it is right now, let them come and see what they can do and help us out. We really need their help. We can see that the federal legislators have stood up and they have called and said, please, let's get an assistant. And who are we not to say, come, with the way things are right now? So I think we should expect them to help us out.
All right. Richard Amoah, thank you so much for your time on the program this morning, as usual.
Thanks for having me.